No, I stepped back to close my door, and then realised I already closed it over. To respond when I press buttons. What were we even doing? I have completely forgotten.
Let us put it into practice, shall we?
Oh yeah, we learned bombard.
Go ahead and try it. Pumpkins. Bombarda! Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Ooh, it looks funky when it's actually like in the air. I like it. What else are we doing? What quests do we have? Got that one. That one. Right, we'll go back to Deke. That probably makes the most sense since we were in the middle of that in the first place. I hate that they named him Deke. Why would you do that to this poor little elf? It's just not. It's not fair. Unnecessary. He's already a house elf. He has a terrible existence. You don't need to do more.
I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
I was about to say, it's about to give me a third one, isn't it? Ooh. Different spooky looking doorway. I can put my toads in there. I'll go pull my toads off the
Deke
coast.
never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
Does this one have a sign telling me what kind it is? It doesn't. Hey, Mish. Ooh, there's a little back door.
Revelio.
Botanical ceiling. I really like the look of the botanical stuff. Looks really nice. Alright, I'm gonna go get my toads back.
Everything's all right now.
Let's put the Diracols in here as well. All of them? Yeah. Cool. And some puffskins, because I'll have some. Ooh. I will not be coming in here often because there is water everywhere. That said, Oh, that was lying down getting a belly rub. I love him. Also, it's a beast item, isn't it? Healing pad. That is larger than expected. I see how it is. The Thestrals apparently don't like playing with anything. I'll give him let the football. The exact same.
Revelio.
So far there has been collectible, like buildable pieces in the other two vivariums, so logically there's going to be some in here too.
Revelio.
Somewhere. Probably up here.
Bombarda. Incendio.
Ah, okay. So Bombarda doesn't do any fire.
Revelio.
Oh, there we go. There's a piece.
Revelio.
I think there was 3 in the first one. Don't... No, there was 3 in the second one as well, so there's going to be a third one in this vivarium too. I just need to find out where. And also where the fucking door to escape this place is. forgotten where it is, apparently. Oh, it's there. There's the third one. No raised floor. Okay. Kinda wanna put nifflers in here. I think I'm gonna move the mooncalves into the swamp because I feel like they'd be happier in there. Because
Settle
they like
yourself. I
the
mean you
moon in the
no
dark
harm.
and shit, you know. The swamp seems like the place for that. There's those toads and mooncalves. Don't have a special mooncalf. Oh, I do have a special mooncalf. What gender is it? Female.
I'll look after you.
I need to put the nifflers somewhere, but the coast doesn't seem like the place to put nifflers. I suppose I do have 2 walls left to open up and become new areas.
I don't have anything for this at the moment.
Never know. Well. To the Undercroft for Sebastian to learn me more dark magic. Those were definitely words I just used. But whether or not they were in order that should actually have been in.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
I've got level 2 Lohomora now, so I might actually be able to break into some other places. Oops. Shoot. Fuck. Eventually I'm gonna find a ledge I'm actually allowed to throw myself off of. Unless Hogwarts is enchanted to prevent kids from just throwing themselves off balconies to their death, you know?
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
Makes sense, I'll be honest.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else.
Oh no.
References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree.
I mean, it's just to
When
do
I
with
know
his
more,
sister. We
I shall
don't
send her out.
necessarily need to involve Ominous. You know.
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own
Oh
good.
dear.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
I fucked up. Can I reload? I totally didn't agree with him, Ominous. I'm on your side.
And don't feel sorry for Ominous.
Oh dear.
Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Revelio.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library.
Ah,
Noses
they died
buried
to
in books.
asbestos. I see.
Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin.
They actually died to
Sebastian and Anne
asbestos.
were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is.
Actually
That's
died.
why I
That
can't
fucking
understand
Sprinkle Agent.
Sebastian's
Fucking
recklessness.
wow.
I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please
Of course he
let
will.
me
He
know.
wants to save his sister.
It would
I'm
mean a lot.
like, God damn it! I don't want to make Ominous sad, but at the same time, I can understand entirely why Sebastian does what he does. And given the character I'm playing as, it would be foolish of me to not address that.
Oh, try not to make this too easy for me. You're going to regret that. You there. I see you.
You'll regret crossing my path.
Incendio!
Reducto!
What kind of magic that was? What are your thoughts on electricity? Protect! Expulso!
I could do this all day.
Expulso!
Stupid.
Incendio! Are you even trying?
Incendio.
You'll have to do better. Flash of inspiration. Expulso!
Stupid.
No!
Incendio. Defender. Glacius. Defender. Valiant.
Productive, aren't we?
Arresto momentum. Descender.
Expulso!
Tego.
Might want to look up.
Defender. Valiant.
That's mine!
Glacius. Accio. Crucio.
Crucio!
Revelio.
Let's let him suffer there for a couple seconds. He'll eventually just die on his own, I think. Yeah. No? Okay.
Confringo.
Ooh. Magical creatures? What kind? Ah, more toads. I'm good. Unless it was a special toad. Any rare toads?
Revelio.
Nah. If there's no rare toads, there's no point.
How nice. You've nowhere to hide. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Get back here, all right? Shoot like a lamb.
Hello, Poppy.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does
Yes.
this have anything to do
Fully
with
aware of
Rookwood and
that.
Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging
Because
about
for
all the
PTSD?
gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing.
What do you mean?
If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally
Oh,
tell her
right, yeah.
everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Yeah, that's
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
I keep noticing that my gloves are wrong, and I keep forgetting to change it. So. Let's go with the black ones. There we go.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
Ooh, a centaur.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and
Getting the
those
centaurs
they
in
work
this
with.
fucking setting.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why.
Random.
Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Oh. Oh.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
Oof.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
So what, are the poachers poisoning the water to make it
This
aggressive?
is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
I mean, the tent's fucking shredded.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
So they've been yeeted by the wildlife. Clearly.
Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't
Oh yeah,
have a good-
I have a new coat that I unlocked from watching the coat design that I unlocked from watching like the actual dev streams. This one. It's quite cute and shiny. Not quite the look we're going for. Let's pull out the look for Val today. What was it I had underneath it? That one. No. That one? Maybe. It's quite like that one. Yeah.
About this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Me?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Quiet as a mouse round here. Can't say I mind.
Lucas Totalis.
That warrants a look.
Wait, two of them fell off the fucking cliffs.
Revelio. Lucas Totalis.
Someone, you there! Stop! Levioso! Incendio! Crucio!
Oh god.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
I see. The bridge is breakable. I was not aware of this fact.
It's been ages since I found anything worth poaching near Crackcroft.
Lucas Totalis.
That is like the cruelest way to kill them. Like, I'm making it so they're unable to move and then letting them just fall off a cliff. That is quite cruel.
Lucas Totalis.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Was this another magic poacher attempt?
What in Merlin's name?
Oh,
Are those dragons?
dragon fighting ring. Love it. And we got the goblin collars on. Presumably how they're being controlled.
It's a dragon fighting ring.
Annabelle immediately readies a barricadaver because she sees
May
dragons
make
being
sense now.
mistreated.
And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizardkind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Avelia wouldn't give to be a Demiguise right now.
I know you're there. Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
Would you like us to tell us? Avelia.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done.
Would you like us to tell us?
So better not be a trick.
That would be because it's definitely a voice actor that is used for Uruks. Definitely want a free hippogriff. Need another hippogriff for Hightail. Or Highwing, rather. Not Hightail.
Here and not taking a one of you with me, since you've all...
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there?
What is that? Oh! They're just torturing a dragon.
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Alohomora.
Egg. We're about to get caught. Or it's about to hatch. Oh, never mind.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Stop that!
Accio!
I won't rest. Rather unwise coming back this way.
So that one was named a loyalist.
Let's get this over with.
Executioner?
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
I'll check you. Who's that? You made a mistake. Oh. Back football.
Like to talk to the dragons, do you?
Never been one for gardening. Back to
There, you've done it. Now, hunt begins. Never did care much. Stop that right now.
Back for Moros. Now I'll find you.
Let me out, son!
That little warm you up. Give it back. Overgrown weed. Oh dear, hiding with plants, are we? You leafy menace.
Let me out, son!
Damn it, I've no patience for these things. Fighting with greens, are we?
Let me out, son!
this is humility.
Let me out, son! What? Let me out, son! Geelong, let me out, son!
Expelliarmus.
Hey, that's mine.
Defender. Crucio. We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up. Accio. This may have been a bad idea. I suppose we'll find out.
He's definitely gonna be. Yep. Oh, okay. Just turn them to ash immediately. How you doing, Attila? Look at the dragon was like, huh? Oh, cool.
This way.
Of course you're in here now.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we
Really?
have belongs to that
I'm
dragon.
sorry, buddy.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely.
Ooh, free dragon.
It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a
I
forgiving
know it's a
lot.
Hebridean black as
I'm
well, so
sorry
it's a
to say that you
Scottish
likely have
black
a larger
dragon.
target on your back now because of what we just did.
Like, I mean...
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. and right now we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Nice.
Revelio.
It's time you learned
Flipendo.
After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Hey, I'm glad, Mish. Astral offsprings in here. Where's the little baby Thestral? Oh, there it is.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Yeah, I've got my Thestrals and my frogs in the swamp biome. And mooncalves, but I don't know where they are. I think there's 3 of them in here. Yeah. They're somewhere. There's one over there, in the distance. That's a rare one as well. Look how happy it looks. You have such a goofy face. Usually them in the forest biome. Well, I put them in here because they because there was because the mooncalves like the moon and the dark, like they come out at nighttime and stuff, which is why I put them in the swamp. Let's get rid of it. I'll just get rid of 2 toads.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
I don't fucking care about toads. So mooncalf being made. Okay. Oh, I can't! I could just name it burglar alarm, but because it's purple. There we go. It's also the most purple one I've got, so. Yeah, I have my unicorns in the forest. I don't like you can only have 4 species in each. Because there's more than 4 creatures. He's just sitting on the box. Where was the special puff skin? Why? Where was the special? You hiding? I reckon I didn't. I have a feeling there's 2 more, judging by how many blank walls I've got. If there was a black unicorn, I would name it Graza. But Let's see if I can make another unicorn. Babies never grow up. Oh, really? Okay. I have a special puff skein somewhere. Did I not put it in here? No, maybe it's on the coast.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
There was a Black Griffin pre-order? I didn't know. I don't know what to put out here. Ah, the special ones out here. I've got Swoopers out here currently, but like I don't know what ones to live out here. Well, I only have one hippogriff. You mean hippogriffs, not griffins, yeah? Why are they all up there? They are literally just fucking dodo birds. I'll go speak with Deke and finish off the mission.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we both can see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean to blame?
He killed his last master.
Ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even Master. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
I think I'm gonna maybe for the Goblin cinematic universe I'm creating. I might use the floppy house elf ears as like basis for a particular type of goblin. Because most goblins obviously they have quite pointy out ears, or well, Mogglewob is like in his concept art he looks way more like a gremlin than he does a goblin, so he's got very like his ears are a little bit different as well. I think Froggy, she's kind of, I think she's got floppy ears, so she could be the flop gobble. And yes, all of this is spawned because of the stupid Mogglewob jokes from fucking Port the King. Ooh. Where is this?
So this is the underground harbour. The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
I don't know.
Revelio.
Actually, yeah, Tillo. Me and Splinter were workshopping names for it, but like I need the name for a type of goblin because I don't want to have it just like be a hobgoblin because that seems like an easy way out, you know. However, in the little thing I'm writing, another little setting, which is predominantly gobbles, I envisioned like a proper like not quite an ogre or an orc or anything like that, but a rather tall goblin with like orangutan proportions and everything. And I couldn't think of a good name for them. A couple of the names that we were coming up with were, let me find them. Yeah, he wants to just go with hobgoblins. And I was thinking something along the... Well, he also came up with knobgobs, but maybe not. Like large beefy goblins that aren't quite orcs. But I was thinking something like roof wipers because they're so fucking tall they keep scraping the top of the like tunnels. He's also come up with just roof scrapers, arch donkers, frame fumblers, door benders, and cave rattlers were smacking their head into load-bearing stones in the cave causes the whole thing to shake, which I think is kind of funny. And I think about the same, that being not at all. because I'm not. And I kind of pride myself on the fact that I'm not transphobic. Ah, I'll make Bombarda even more explosive. Hooray! But yeah, Attila, do you have a suggestion for the name of a very large type of goblin that's not quite an orc? You like naming things. And I value your input in many things. Well, yeah, but I don't want to just cheap out and use Hobgoblin. I like trying to, like, come up with my own ideas, you know? But I'm thinking, like, really, like, longish torso, really long, beefy arms, quite shorter legs. Fugly as hell. You know, like I said, like orangutan or gorilla, like, proportions and stuff, you know? No, like, yeah, Knuckle Dragger was the type of thing that I was thinking of, but, like, yeah. Our boy. I think currently I named 2, didn't I? Yeah, currently there is 2 named goblin types in this thing, which was Strosk goblins, who are quite big, like they're just like big ones. They're not necessarily like this kind of thing, and Flat Skull goblins, which are more like the gremlin looking type. Groskobs. Groskob. Yeah, that's actually quite a fun one. I haven't actually given a name to what the goblins collectively call each other, but this is like different tribes of goblins. So, henchgobs. I do like hedgegoblins. I specifically stopped here to talk to you about this as well, because I figured you'd appreciate it, Attila. But yeah, I'm just making a little, like, goblin universe. So, yeah. Also, Emma, you know the phrase fortune and glory being a common enough, like, motto for various things, especially for, like, treasure hunters and stuff like that, right? In my head, yes, it makes sense for that to be Mogglewob's motto to live by. However, I find it way funnier that instead of fortune and glory, his motto is treasure and pleasure. So, he's probably got that, like, tattooed on his back. What do the big goblins do to get bigger? I think it's mostly, like, diversity. Like, they live in a harder climate than, like, the regular greenskins, you know? No, Mogglewоб is treasure and. It's not before, it's treasure and. He is the type of goblin to have no regrets tattooed across the collar. The thing is, he didn't get the tattoo. He woke up one morning and Dumby had put it on him when he was asleep. But yeah, I was just thinking along the lines of just... Yeah, like... Probably, like... like, deep slate goblins. Like, really far underground ones, where one, there's more pressure, two, the rock is harder. So in order to mine through it, they needed to evolve to be a bit chunkier, you know? Snuzzlegob. That's just Truggobs. See, Trog is one I wanted to use, however... Admittedly, I'm already partially ripping them off, but Trogs were a type of peoples in the Edge Chronicles, and like that was a whole host of other things. Like they had loads of goblin types, like they had like floppier goblins, flathead goblins. I've already stolen that one. Like like they had tusk goblins. Like, they had very specific, like a lot of goblin types, and they also had a lot of Trog types. So they had like Clodder Trogs and all this shit. So I didn't want to just take Trog and put it next to Gop. So, despite the fact I'm already like pinching little bits here and there, considering that it was a particular piece of artwork from the Edge Chronicles that I used to try and kind of inform. Also, yeah, me and Emma spent like an entire night just talking about goblins from this thing. And like the kind of goblin look I kind of used to, especially for the nose, because you know the whole issue with the noses. The flathead goblins from Grotlands? Well, Hologlobs. I think Hologobs could be maybe more ethereal based, because they would be Hologob. I'm thinking in my head, I'm picturing something that's maybe a bit more bird-boned, if you know what I mean. Like literally hologobbed, so they're quite light, sneaky, quick. They're your ideal pincher type goblin, you know? Of course I'll enjoy Elder Scrolls memes. I'm trying to find an image of a good image of a flathead goblin. I think you'll like this one. Have you ever played? Have you ever read the what are they called? The Edge Chronicles, Attila. I'll have a listen to it later, bud. This is a particular goblin from the Edge Chronicles, and I love, first of all, the art style and illustrations of Chris Riddle, I believe, is the one who did the illustrations from it. I cannot overstate how much I love the art style that these books have. Like, I grew up reading them all, I've read all of them. Like, it's just it's the specific, like, the way he draws everything. Wi-Fi's. Ah yes, Wi-Fi's. It's how Dorcha looks at Emily and just no, this is how Dorcha looks at Emily when she throws out the burger he was hiding. But yeah, just like that's a flathead goblin from the Edge Chronicles, and I love their design. But there's also a bunch of other ones, like there's Guile goblins, which are like really tiny and like diminutive types of gobbles. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lot of goblins. Oh my god. Here is just like the Edge Chronicles for goblins alone. I'm just gonna post it in Unmemes because it is Unmeme. there is a pedigree chart. So you've got goblins, then you've got dwarves, come under goblins, furrow-browed goblins, lop-eared goblins, Simbite goblins, tusked goblins, white goblins. All of these have branches as well. So the dwarves have black dwarves and red dwarves. The furrow-browed have flatheads and hammerhead goblins. That's the other one I remember. That's like they're like this one is a flathead. The hammerhead ones look different as well. And just like they're so fucking. I cannot overstate how much I love this book series. So, under the lop-eared goblins, you also have blunderhead goblins, grey goblins, low-belly, mottled, pink-eyed, and scaly goblins. Simbite, you have knock goblins, guile goblins, tree goblins, and webfoot goblins, which also then have a bunch of their own fucking goblin type. There's so many fucking goblins that I'd completely forgotten about. Wow. If this is the no, this isn't the same guy. There is a goblin, like a flathead, who's literally just called Mugbutt. But like these ones here, these are long-haired goblins. Just like they look so good. Like they didn't just go big ears, pointy nose, and call it a day. Like they put a lot of work into creating the world for these books, and I will forever adore them. I did not intend for the stream to turn into an extended rant of me explaining my love for the Edge Chronicles books, but here we are. I'll post both these photos in the Discord for you. But yeah. There you go. Posted them for you, Attila, in Unmemes. But yeah. That's why, like, that's my adoration for this book series is why, when it comes to... Every time I listen to myself, I sound so much louder. I don't know. Like, unless I actively turn up everything by the same amount, I don't know. But, like, I don't want everything to peak out and become too loud. But whenever I listen to a VOD, I am so much louder than everything else, and it annoys me. And it's these fucking headphones as well. They make everything sound so fucking loud. Like, these are on half volume, and if I go and listen to one of my VODs, I sound deafening. Anyway. Enough goblins.
Life is so peaceful.
But yeah, not enough goblins. I will too. I'll listen to it later though. Because despite what the last 10 minutes might say, I do want to focus on playing the game. But yeah, my love for that book series is why whenever I create a setting or a world or a creature and stuff, I never want to half-ass it. I never want to just copy somebody else's work and call it a day, you know? Put it down in memes.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if You humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
I will crucial you.
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge
Oh, is this
trivial.
the fucking
Hence,
one
I
who
have
sent me
created
into
a small
that
quiz, just
puzzle
for
group?
fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the
Oh,
other
God.
students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Knowing her, it's the second one. I'm not going to pronounce that in case Twitch takes it out of...
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question.
Barbarous
Which
Bragg.
potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
It's, that first one, Felix Felicis, or however you pronounce it. The pepper up potion. That just sounds like good seasoning.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Waffle.
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
Technically true, but not well, so I'm going to say false.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either.
Yeah, those are piss easy.
The next ones will be more difficult.
The only difficult one was the first one, and even then. Give me more.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Oh, fuck me. The Order of Maryland. No, that's, the Order of Maryland is a, like, it's like a commendation. So, it wouldn't be the International Confederation of Wizards either, considering Makusa is the one that runs the American Wizards. So yeah, Wizards Council by...
The Wizards Council.
That's correct. The Wizards Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Ironbelly implies rotund boy. I'm not looking at the thing. Opali, I believe, is a bigger one. Because, yeah, I'm going to say Viper Tooth, yeah. Because that implies snaky.
The Peruvian Viper Tooth.
Brilliant! Though the Viper Tooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Wizards. Well, there's one in there called Quincy Hogg, which I feel is either too obvious or bang on. Given JK... Hengist, okay.
Hengist of Woodcroft.
That's right! It is believed that Hengist used the 3 broomsticks inn as
The
his
lore
home.
too. I would have known that if I'd been
Behind
reading the damn
was
things.
accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
I don't even know what a hide behind is. Probably a demiguise, yeah? Because a demiguise is already a Heidi creature. Yeah.
A demiguise.
Yes!
A rune spear
While
is
the Highbind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
It's not Patronus. Knockback can be used on, so I'm going to say stunning. What is a Lethifold? I know the name of Lethifold. Really? What is a Lethifold? Is that like the scientific name for a fucking Dementor, is it? Oh. She's a dickhead cape that likes to eat people. A black cloak, roughly half an inch thick, and appeared slightly thicker if the creature had recently digested a victim. Glided along surfaces in unknown form of locomotion said to its prey humans. Attacked at night when the target was asleep by suffocating and then digesting them. Ugh. The fact that Patronus Charm works is probably why they're thought to be related to Dementor.
The Patronus Charm.
Well done.
Yeah, that's a big no.
The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Fuck if I know. Gamp. Something wants me to put Gamp just because it's a stupid name. Like, how would I know that? It is fucking...
Gamp.
That's it. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Knowledge is the real magic, I'd imagine. Because they're all about learning shit. It's the tickle one. Oh wait, no! I should have known that because yeah, that's downstairs. In the dragon thing.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Runespur. Right? Because the basilisk is a hen's egg under a toad. And the Ashwinder's a dragony type thing. So Runespur, I think. Yeah? If it runes. Yeah.
The rune's paw.
That's right.
I remember seeing something about
According to parcel mouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner,
Maybe you told
the
me.
middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny's School of Witchcraft and Wizardry
America.
located?
Well, it's not going to be in the Amazon. Pyrenees? Isn't that Europe? Greylock seemed the thing, because Pyrenees isn't in America.
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Amortentia, right? Because Verotus... The second one is the Truth Serum.
Amortentia.
That's the answer. Amortentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive. Such as dusty book covers, or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Yes.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
It's not going to be Agravain because that's Arthurian myth. So I feel like Egbert the Egregious would be a funny one because they both have alliterative titles.
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right. Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
I want to say it's either blatching or haversacking. Stooging would kind of... I think blatching. Maybe. I'm waiting for Attila's verification. I have my answer, but he knows the answers. I'm answering Attila first. Second, have a second. I thought it. I knew it. Or are you asking for a second? Fuck it.
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with the player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing rot.
Mackled makes me think of ducks, so I want to say webbed feet. But hairy ears sounds like something that would be a side effect of something in the Harry Potter universe. But, fucking hell.
Bad luck.
Correct. Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Mimbletonia, isn't it? Yeah. Also, I love soft forest bean.
Mimblus Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimblus Mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Linford? Yeah.
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the Pepper Up
I don't know who
potion
the other two were.
In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A smaller pot? Oh, okay. Slipper, okay.
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what
You
the
read the
slipper
story,
was
did you?
for if you haven't read it recently.
Do tell.
The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
Rainforest. I remember seeing something about the Snallygaster. United States, okay.
North America.
That's right. The part bird, part reptile
So they did.
is a distant relative
remember
of the
something about
Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
You're a creature that evolved in America has bulletproof skin? don't think it's Lancelot. I'm gonna say luckless, given fortune. That would be my guess. You're just kind of leading me through these at this point, Attila, so I'm not going to answer anything until I know from you. So luckless.
So luckless.
Correct!
It makes sense.
The 3 witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist.
Tell me that.
The
Now I know
world's
there's gonna be a
largest
twist.
kelpie is also known by what other name?
Yushka? Oh, Loch Ness Monster. I knew that one.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
A dick. Cadmus Peverell sounds like the kind. It's Ulick Gamp.
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. Ah, it's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge.
Yeah, stupid
I'm
knowledge.
frankly astonished by how well you did. You have a talent for trivia.
Give me your life
Thank
savings.
you for humouring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick
Reward
work
me.
of this.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Revelio. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
I like how it doesn't just let you randomly cast it. Like, it actively prevents you from casting it. Like, all the other ones, like, Confringo, whatever, that's all fine. You know, Defindo. Crucio. Crackles. Right, fine. How long is it?
Yeah, okay, I guess we're starting with these guys. High elves practice inbreeding to
Digos or helps you pick your character's race. Okay.
maintain their ancestral features, so bear that lack of genetic diversity in mind when you hear them talk down to inferior races. Still, they have an impressive aptitude for magic, and their contribution to the rapid decline of the Empire is nothing short of commendable. So if you want to cast some powerful spells, and you don't mind having a nauseating profile on Ancestry.com, you'd probably fit right in with the Altmer, moving right along. Argonians. Rather misguided to categorize these reptilian creatures as people, but that error of taxonomic classification...
I know I'm showing the game. I don't have a... You're making me put in so much work to put this video on.
Yeah, okay.
I have one for... I have a screen somewhere. Okay, pull it down. Smaller. over here. Well, I'm not that kind of person, Attila, okay? So, hush.
Okay, I guess we're starting with these guys.
Ah.
Yeah, okay, I guess we're diversity in mind when you So if you want to cast some powerful spells, and you don't mind having a nauseating profile on Ancestry.com, you'd probably fit right in with the Altmer, moving right along.
I will take no Argonian.
Rather misguided to categorize these reptilian creatures as people.
Besmirchment.
But that error of taxonomic classification aside, Argonians are perfectly suited to hard labor, specifically in eastern Tamrielic climates.
Shut up, Ninoir.
Do bear in mind that they can breathe underwater, which makes them particularly difficult to catch when pursuing them through marshy or aquatic environments. But with proper discipline and training, even a low-level Argonian can make an excellent property investment character. Moving on now. Ah, wood elves. These creepy little cannibals have long been the butt of racially prejudiced jokes throughout Tamriel. But that sort of bigotry is rightly regarded as distasteful by Fourth-Era standards. The Bosmer are naturally gifted marksmen, and are widely regarded as one of the most nimble of the playable races. This makes them excellent candidates for stealth archer builds, which makes more recent games even easier since there's no other type of build actually worth pursuing. Still, they're aggressive little manlets who would rather eat each other than cut down a single tree. PSA, if you're into tall guys and you see a Bosmer pop up on Tinder, go ahead and swipe left. On to the next race. Oh dear, the French people of Nern. Honestly, if it wasn't for that psychotic tribe of bloodthirsty Satanists in the Reach, you'd be forgiven for forgetting that Bretons even exist at all. Aside from providing an excuse to slip cool French names like François into the series, they're a pretty generic outlander race in terms of both game mechanics and lore. Yeah, whatever, you'll start with a slight magical edge as a Breton, but you'd be much better off going with a more magically attuned race to achieve true mastery of the arcane arts. Let's move on. Now that's what I was looking for. Finally, a respectable and civilized race that any god worth his weight in divinity can admire. It's no secret why the Dunmer are widely considered to be the most beautiful, cultured, high IQ subset of
I think I've only ever made
Tamriel.
one.
They have an appreciation
Dark
for
elf.
the importance of magic, and their Kwama dishes are to die for. Sadly, the nuking of Vivek City and subsequent eruption of Red Mountain took a toll on my people. And to make matters worse, a series of reckless changes to local labor laws have seriously impacted our comfort and ability to chill. Hopefully, shit will get better soon. In summary, be a Dunmer. Whether you are a mage, a warrior, or a thief, you will be able to take comfort in the reality that you are a member of the chosen people, the people of Dagoth-Ur. All right, on to the next race. Cyrodiils. I think we're gonna skip right over these dingbats. On to the next race, please. Oh, of course, figures these things.
Fucking podcast.
Things would be next. I'm not even about to justify this so.
Right, as I was saying, that thing with Civilians is my feeling of any fantasy setting that has humans in it and everybody picks humans. Why? It's so fucking dull. How unimaginative can humanity be that when you're granted all this shit, most people just want to be human again? The whole point of fantasy is escapism and not possible things, and you just want to be fucking plain fucking toast. Like, there's no point to being a human in a fantasy game. Anybody who does it is someone I don't want to associate with. Unless you can find some way to make it cool. Like, I will accept a vampire. Not happily, but I will. But, like, humans are so dull. We really are. Right.
Called race of drug-addled cats with any real commentary. Sure, at first your friends might think it's cute to see you wag your tail or hear you speak in the third person. But the second
like
they
it
see
'cause
you
you
cough
don't
up a
press nothing.
hairball or lick your own nutsack, they're gonna reconsider their priorities. And I don't fucking blame them. Let's move to the next one. Oh yeah, check out these store-brand Vikings. Nords are the race of choice for players who are upset they weren't born in Iron Age Scandinavia. Because for some reason everyone thinks they would have been Ragnar Lothbrok or some shit if they'd lived back then. Anyway, the sons and daughters of Skyrim originally hailed from the frozen wastelands of Atmora, and it's a shame they didn't stay there. Big, burly, and brash, they're apparently feared warriors when they're facing people who can't just obliterate them with magic. So if you're an illiterate Neanderthal who solves all their problems by punching them, looks like we've found the perfect race for you. Moving on. Ah, orcs. Orcs were followers of Trinimac before he became the Daedric Prince Malakath. How did Trinimac become the Daedric Prince Malakath, you ask? He was eaten and shit out by Boethia. And orcs certainly resemble the pile of fecal matter that their chief deity became. Here's a math lesson on the orc equation. Nords minus sexiness plus incest equals orcs. Do not be an orc. On to the next race.
Still better.
Redguards. Rumors are in circulation about Elder Scrolls 6 being set in Hammerfell, the homeland of the Redguards. Which means Redguards are up next on the chopping block to have what's left of their cool lore butchered by the tyrant Todd and his game developers. Enjoy the interesting concept of sword singing while you can, because it's going to be ruined by its lame-ass depiction in ES6 Hammerfell. Same shit happened with the Thuum in ES5 and the political intrigue of Cyrodiil in ES4. Veloth, damn it, Todd. Anyway, I don't see the point in playing a Redguard when you can just as easily play as a Dunmer. Moral of this whole video, just be a Dunmer, you get.
Checks out. Right. Now, back to Harry Potter. I had a Dampier character at one point, but I've lost his character sheet. I will admit, I'm really enjoying the... That's a cat.
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her
I do like the deep fake voice memes, like the ones of like Obama and Trump and shit playing like Call of Duty. It's so stupid, but it's funny. Oh, fucking Gareth.
Hello, Gareth. So, has your aunt been taking it a bit easier on you lately?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, a few days ago, she gave me a detention. I was only testing a new recipe in a mostly empty classroom, and the fire was put out quick enough.
If you're setting things on fire, then perhaps you ought to rethink your choices.
That's exactly what Aunt Matilda said. Can't let the doubters sway me. When they taste my latest brew, they'll forget their criticisms and the fires. It'll be bigger than butterbeer. Oh, that gives me an idea. Better write it down. Best of luck to you.
My family has a lot of muggle traditions.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Do we? I was just gonna be dead for half a second.
Beautifully done.
Oh? Let me see what the talent is for it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anything I can target with it? No.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Hey.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the room of requirement.
Sexy.
Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
No.
Not at all. I was merely interested in learning more about the Aura program. I saw Professor Sharp's Aura badge and was intrigued.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly.
Don't care.
It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Oh.
Since our visit to Felcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Good thing she wasn't here.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find more sealed goblin mines south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Well, I'm in the school, so I'll go do the thing with Nye. Phasma news? What Phasma news?
Professor Howard is carrying
Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. That's gonna make some people annoyed. I don't care. Like, I'm only like level 106 or something.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an
the levels
unusual
are-
creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an arrow telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
Oof.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus. And
Nice.
it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now. Much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Stupid.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Nope.
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able
Well, then
to
they
view
just
the
need
world
more
from a
mental
different
health
perspective.
Supplies. Support for animagus addiction.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
What are you up to now?
Okay. I'm fucking game.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Not only does she not use the headphones out more, she's now bought speakers for her new fucking computer. Not the one she yelled at me for about a month to buy it.
I had plenty of opportunity.
Over here.
Hello, Poppy. Let's talk about
This is a change of pace from our last outing. Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can.
Simple as
I'll
that.
let you know when I have news of her location.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours aren't harmed.
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask. Are you afraid of spiders?
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable. But why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Me?
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of my life. It's almost as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
She was breeding them.
I'll try my very best.
Please do. If you could... They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogs...
None too pleased. Seems he's been burgled. I shall pretend I never heard the rumours of your involvement.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. This must be Arranshire. I'd best keep an eye out for spiders.
Accio!
Pulsar! Tego! Stupefy! They're even more aggressive than I'd expected. Stupefy! Defender! Stupefy! Depulsor! Tego! Stupefy! Defender! that's the last of them. Revelio.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Of course it's the weird looking house.
Oh no, this must be Mary. Poor woman. If Mary was breeding these things in her cellar, that means there are more underground. I'll need to destroy every last spider in that cellar if this is to end. Confringo!
Well, you get what you fucking deserved. You decided it was a smart idea to breed spiders in your cellar? Well, enjoy being eaten by them.
Revelio. If this is where Mary bred the spiders, they're not here now.
They're burrowing through the fucking walls.
A ladder. I'm not sure I want to know where this leads. Well, this isn't a good sign. These spiders have gone somewhere. Best be ready for whatever I may find down there.
We'll find spiders down here.
Exacts. I need to find and destroy all of these before the situation gets even worse. Confringo! That's one exact destroy. This is definitely going to anger your parents. Potato! Flipendo! Incendio! Incendio! Flipendo! Descendo! Incendio! Flipendo! Descendo!
It was damage what you were saying, not slap.
Incendio! Descendo! Confringo!
Uh-huh! Fucking tear. I'm sorry, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Crucio. Defender.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Press the fucking button, but of course it doesn't want to fucking do it when I tell it to.
Defender.
Half finished. But I need to destroy all of the exacts.
Descendo.
Oh, good man.
Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. Defendo. Incendio. Confringo.
These eggs must be destroyed. I suppose I know what happened to Mary Portman now. She was breeding the spiders.
She fucking deserved death then.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Repulso.
I hate to think that they see me, but I don't see them.
Defender. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Protego. Accio. Accio. Confringo. Crucio. Levioso. Incendio. Descendo. Flipendo. Accio. Levioso. Depulso. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Descendo. Confringo.
Can't let you harm Aranshire any more than you already have. That's the last of the spider sacks. I hope that's the last spider.
Accio. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Crucio. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo.
Revelio. No, wait. That's the last one. And she's angry. Sendo! I'll be having nightmares for the rest of my life after that. Nintendo! Descendo! Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Revelio. Hogsmeade, here I come. Ha!
Wish there was an easier and, you know, better way to clean your fucking ears than going to the fucking doctor and being like, I can't fucking hear anything.
Mr. Dunn, I have some news.
Thank Merlin. About my sweet friend Mary.
It seems poor Mary was breeding spiders in her home for profit and vastly underestimated their propensity to multiply.
Oh, Mary. What untoward scheme were you involved in? If she needed financial assistance, she could have just come to me. She didn't deserve this. Few do.
I am sorry about your friend, but you'll be relieved to know that I cleared out the spiders. It's safe to return now.
You? You cleared out the spiders? I can't believe it, but I'm certainly relieved. I imagine the first order of business will be to help the amulet rebuild. I suppose I have nothing to fear from dead spiders.
That's the spirit. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you again for all you've done. I shall keep you apprised of the hamlet's rebuilding.
Glad I could be of help, and I look forward to visiting your shop the next time I'm in Arranshire.
To dearly departed Mary.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
the leprechaun cure look like? Looks about as I was expecting, yeah. Who would you be harvesting a tower? Didn't even know it had that. Highland Explorer garb, by the way, and it's not even like a kilt. Big sad. Well, we need to go help Sebastian with two things, and one of them, which is the one I've just thingied, will get me one of the other curses. And then there's another thing for him, which is a more like actual big boy quest. That being that one, I'm fairly certain. Yeah. So yeah, we got a couple things. So I'm gonna go do this one because I want all the spells.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
I should really just be going to bed. Your message popped up on Discord on my phone, so that's why I gave you a smidge, Emma. Yeah.
Mysterious and...
You're here. Good.
What up, Lee?
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
I feel bad when it comes to this shit, you know?
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this
I want
catacomb.
to learn all the evil spells because, yeah. However, obviously Annabelle's a good being and shouldn't be learning the evil spells. And at the same time, I feel really bad because Ominous is getting like.
I'm sure that foul
mad.
smell is the scent of success. Try not just yet.
Oh boy, spider webs.
Confringo!
Protego! Stupefy! Accio! The pulsar!
least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Confringo! Spiders aren't insects. Accio!
Don't start.
Opening all of these is tempting. Revelio. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa.
Annabelle is definitely the kind of person to be like, haha, spiders aren't
We're here
insects.
for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it looks. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
The spiders behind that.
Accio. Confringo. Confringo.
Leviosa!
Potato. Stupefy.
Sendo!
Incendio.
We've read the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Depulso. Incendio. Accio.
Oh.
Revelio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Leviosa. Confringo. Potato. Stupefy. Confringo. Revelio.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though. Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a
Revelio.
pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar. Accio.
Let me just start all these graves. Oh, it's a spider.
Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.
Well, those chose my English oak wands have powerful intuition, I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I found 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return to it, but first I must ready myself for the next assignment. Learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the race and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes.
Try and
They
make the
might have
Crab
been
Lord
left on
Attila.
purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
No, the Crab Lord specifically.
Leave no stone
you know,
unturned. Or, in this case, no bone.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Revelio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
What do I need 3?
That's a lot of bone metal.
Yes.
You've done it!
Revelio.
I knew we'd get through.
I felt it in my bones.
Nice. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Accio. I need to find a safe way across. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Confringo. Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety Bone Bridge complete. Accio. Capulso.
I think I actually actively called it a rickety bone bridge. Alright. I'm interested.
Capulso. Descendo. Accio.
Here. Greens. I want to see. That is pretty cursed.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Why did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, Except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
And like I thought, all of the unforgivable ones are very sharp.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead.
Imperial! Confringo! Incendio! Revelio!
That's a big spider there. I don't like it.
Depulso!
Yeah, that's a magic bone door, so that's definitely progression.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Sendo! Confringo!
Sendo! Glacius! Defender!
Confringo!
Glacius! Defender!
Potato! Confringo!
Stupefy!
Sendo!
I'm not really sure how I killed the matriarch, but fine.
Defender! Repulsor! Glacius!
Confringo!
Defender! Potato! Confringo!
Confringo!
Lumos! Incendio!
Findo!
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Incendio! Accio! Depulso!
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Revelio!
Asylum mask, excuse me. Oof. It's also better than what I was wearing, so.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
Accio, how gracious of you.
I try. That worked. Keep going.
Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Yep. Problem solved.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's students are so
Revelio.
entranced with this place.
Boss fight spider? No, just a
Confringo. Imperio. Repulso. Tego. Stupefy.
Confringo.
Confringo.
Leviosa.
Imperio.
Confringo.
Confringo. Incendio. Flipendo. Sendo.
Confringo.
Arresto momentum. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Lamau, get bodied!
Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Prospect's not on the best. The dark sacrifice involved realizes its intent may be too good. Tell me no more, please do not remove this relic.
Sebastian, the relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
You need to
I
kill
have no
someone
idea.
in order to free someone
we're
from
here
the
for the
curse. He's
relic.
probably going to kill his uncle to free Anne.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
I don't know if that's what he's... Oh dear. Hello, ominous.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
See, this is the thing. I really like Ominous. I don't want to make him upset. Yeah. I don't know what to do. Yeah, but I really like Ominous. Like, I love Ominous as a character, but at the same time I want to learn the evil spells. I mean, let's think about it critically. Sebastian, if the developers have put the thought into this, Sebastian has in his reach potentially a way to save his sister and remove the curses. The whole, like, driving force of him seeking dark magic. So even if I was to side with Ominous, Sebastian probably won't stop. However, because I've sided with Sebastian so many times, maybe go with Omnis? I don't know. Yeah. But at the same time, like, the curiosity side of things, as well as just being, you know, a curious being, does she have Dorcha's intent? Like Annabelle's curious, Emily's curious. Dorcha is very capable of looking into shit which is no good. Like without hesitation. Like, Dorcha would be Sebastian in this situation because he knows that knowledge is not necessarily evil, but using the knowledge could be. I mean, that is a point. You are correct, and again, I really like Ominous as a character, and I don't want to make him sad. So I'm going to side with Ominous.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk
He'll
to
come
him,
back and get
but I
it.
fear
Like,
we
let's
won't
face it.
stop him from taking the relic.
What are you
Look at him
suggesting?
having a hop in the
I'm
background.
suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more.
Oh, okay.
I hope I don't regret this.
I sided with Omnis and we're just
Sebastian,
leaving anyway.
We're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
I love Omnis as a character. Like, I really do. I love his connections, I love his intentions, and I love his...
Well, what happened
I just
back
love
then?
him, like the fact that
Omnis
we've
and I
got
found
a
a
genuine
compromise.
blind wizard.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Is Sebastian worried I used fucking Imperial on him after he's the one who
I never
fucking
wanted
taught
to
me
keep
it?
all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I did want to worry him all over again.
Like that, the dark sacrifice, like 100% that relic needs you to kill someone to free someone, doesn't it? And he will 100% try and kill his uncle to free Anne.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Let's just blow shit up.
Confringo! Revelio. Confringo.
Oh, it's timed, isn't it? No?
Revelio.
Must be 4 then. Oh yeah, there's the other one.
Confringo. Levioso. Confringo.
More?
Revelio.
I'm blown up. Oh, oh. No, that's the... Oh, I see.
Confringo.
There we go. Why does it look like Feldcroft's being attacked?
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her.
What's with all the black smoke in the air?
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldkopf's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Was that your best? You are terribly up there. Surely you can see that.
There's no risk. We have to fight.
Keep our Gringotts rear. Rather unwise coming back this way. Confringo! Got him!
We've got them. They'll retreat.
Stop provoking them! What's the point of this? I won't rest. Stay back! Keep out of the way!
Fight!
Keep out of Storm's reach!
To the right!
Got it!
Nice try.
You'll not win here. We've got them. They'll retreat. We'll make them retreat.
You fool! Stop provoking them!
I'm handling it.
Slamming him in the ground at the back. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Wait, I thought one of the things for Imperial was you couldn't Imperial them to kill
What have
themselves.
you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
Oh, D&D. Okay.
What did my uncle expect me to do?
There was
The
so
Imperial
many
curse
spells
saved
you
Anne's
could have
life.
used,
That goblin
Sebastian.
was going to kill her.
There was so many spells you could have used. Like Expelliarmus, for example. You know, the one that disarms someone with a weapon in his hand.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
Don't use
It might
Imperial
be
on your
best to let
uncle.
him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Yeah, his uncle doesn't fucking like me, so. Well, yeah, Cruciatus is bad. It's like intense, torturing pain.
What was he thinking?
But there was so many spells he could have used, like Expelliarmus, Stupefy.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
I mean, what the fuck were you doing? You didn't fucking help him, did you? Help her, did you? You were just fucking standing by. Totally not googling it. No. I mean, he did save us.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
That's really stupid, but I kind of like it. No.
Revelio.
I mean, she's definitely gonna learn it, but not gonna use it, you know, in school. Oh, hello. Well, I mean, that, yeah. I'm praying, buddy.
On another adventure, are we?
I'm gonna talk to Sebastian. I'm gonna head to bed as well because I should have been in bed an hour ago. Oh wait, wrong way.
It's your father's fault. Believe me, we are going to have a serious talk when you get home, and you will not enjoy it.
Good luck, buddy.
Did you speak with my uncle?
It didn't work.
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft, nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to
because Professor Black's gonna care about people.
That relic, dark magic,
Using dark magic,
is the key
you know,
to saving Anne. To
a
reverse
member of
that
the
curse.
Black family.
I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought, she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Is he? He seems to be right next to me. Alright. I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna head to bed. Yep. The usual thank yous and goodbyes and whatnots and stuff like. Anyone online that I could read?
I mean, I've...
Nobody that would notice it. Oh. Well, just be ending the stream then. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Until keep then, be beautiful.